Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie. I'm Stephanie, Diamond Coach on Team Dare to Dream. Welcome to tonight's call. This is going to be a call on how to close a challenge pack sale. We are in the middle of the month of August, and I don't know if you guys are catching on or if you've heard this, but I have heard, this is my first August, but I've heard that August is notoriously a pretty slow month for people. I'm sure you guys have run into it already, but we have a lot of people on vacation. School is starting. Lots of people are just really having a hard time committing. It doesn't mean that the interest isn't there. It's just really hard to get people to close on a challenge pack sale. So I'm going to go through some things that I do. And again, this is not, this might not be for everybody, but this is how I have made my business work and how I have been able to close challenge pack sales. If you're unfamiliar with me, I've been a coach since the end of December when I signed up, and I have made Success Club every month. I signed up on December 21st. I made Success Club 6 that month and have made Success Club 10 and above since then. I am someone that it's not that I don't allow people to purchase programs, but I really tend to push challenge packs more than anything else because I run a lot of groups and I make them non-negotiables, which I'll get into. But I think, I think January I hit Success Club 14, February, which was also a cut month, I hit Success Club 48 for myself. So I'm just going to share with you some tips that I do in hopes that this helps you guys in your business. So, okay. Just going to go through the basics of what I do. I know for a lot of people out there, as coaches, this is your side business. This is not something that you're doing full time. You can take it from me. I am a very, very busy full-time working mom of 2 children. My husband is a police officer. I really don't have a lot of time to myself, but I've really been able to make this business work because I've been efficient in my time, and I kind of have decided what it is that I'm working for. And one of the things that I work for every month or do is I run challenge groups. And I do this because it keeps me focused, but I also know that I can deliver results to my customers by doing this. And it also helps in being efficient in time, because if you have a bunch of customers that, maybe aren't in challenge groups, it's going to be a lot harder for you to keep track of all of them if they're all over the place, okay? So if you're somebody that is reaching out to people willy-nilly and asking them, hey, are you interested in, a fitness program, or would you be interested in, bettering your health and fitness, I would encourage you to start a challenge group. And I would encourage you to run at least one a month. This is going to help you get to Success Club and beyond. So if you're not currently in a challenge group, or you currently don't have one coming up, I've invited everybody in Team Dare to Dream to my challenge group that I'm running starting on Monday, August 24th. It's a Biggest Loser Challenge. So if you want and you don't have a challenge group to invite to, please by all means use that, okay? The number 2 thing is, once you have a challenge group established, is that you want to market this challenge group. And I know, as Deb tells you, and as we all tell our coaches, that you should be posting on your Facebook page and your social media sites and everything. You should be doing that 3 to 5 times a day. That's just kind of a basic coaching 101. You should do this because a lot of people are not going to see one time you post something. So you need to be doing this consistently. And it doesn't have to be ridiculous salesy. It could be something as easy as saying, I went and I bought these awesome pairs of shoes. Thank you, Beachbody. Something like that, to just get people intrigued. Because if you're going to say I'm running a challenge group, And people are going to say, what's a challenge group? You know, to us, we know what a challenge group is, but for other people that are completely new to Beachbody, they have no idea. So you want to make sure that if someone's going to go to your Facebook page, that they're going to see, and they're going to be able to scroll through posts. You know, they're going to be able to go to my page, and of course they're going to be able to see me with my kids and me being silly, but they're going to also see me doing a size routine, or they're going to see me posting about something exciting that happened with my coaches, something that's going to intrigue them to look into it more. Okay. So you're going to want to market it, and don't be shy. Market it, you know, I would say once every couple of days. If you have a challenge group, especially as you get closer to it, market it and say, and you don't have to be salesy with it, and you don't have to say you must buy a challenge pack, but you can say, you know, listen, I'm doing this really fun group, and if anybody wants to challenge themselves, anybody wants to get health and fitness, you know, take their health and fitness to the next level, like, contact me for details. Simple as that, okay? Another thing, if you're going to have a challenge group, is you want to make challenge packs non-negotiable. It's very, very simple. And I know it was difficult for me in the beginning, because I thought, you know, oh, yes, programs are less expensive, you know, and oh, this is going to be really hard for me. And the more I wavered, it's kind of like an animal, right? Like, if an animal senses fear, they're probably going to bite you even more than they would if they don't sense your fear. So you have to be confident with them, and you have to say, I'm running this amazing challenge group. Okay, and I am worth that commission. Because let's face it, guys, commission off of a challenge pack is really not all that much money for the work that you're going to be putting in 7 days a week for 30 days straight. Okay, challenge packs are non-negotiable. If a person comes to you and says, I don't want a challenge pack, but I want to be in the group, I'm going to buy the program and I'll be in the group, and you can say, you can absolutely buy that program. Unfortunately, though, for this challenge group, a challenge pack is required. So if you're interested in just purchasing the program, then we can talk about other ways to help you. But for this group, this awesome group, you must purchase a challenge pack. I would advise, what I have done is I've set a deadline date to order. Now, do I always stick to that one-on-one with customers? No. I will have some leeway with people one-on-one, but in my events or in my marketing for that, I do stick to a deadline date, because it gives people a date in their mind that they have to commit to. And if you're going to tell someone like, oh, hey, would you like to get in shape? And you can join my challenge group, but you can decide anytime within the next 6 months. Most likely they're not going to buy, because let's face it, not everybody is jumping up and down saying, I want to get healthy and fit. And, you know, this is not something, you know, people tend to put themselves on a back burner. You know, this is why we live in a society that obesity is out of control. We have to make it fun for people. This shouldn't be such a chore for people, right? You want to have some exciting group, something fun for them to go towards. And the last thing is, like I said, be confident when you're inviting people, and just, you know, be sure of yourself as a coach. You're going to rock this amazing challenge group. They're going to want to be in your challenge group, and you're going to share with them these amazing products, you know, Shakeology, and all these benefits that Shakeology has to offer when you get this challenge pack. And oh my gosh, if you're getting size, you're getting the dance program, and you're getting a Shakeology cup with it that retails for $6.99, and you're getting Shakeology. I mean, you just have to be confident when you're talking with people, and they're going to believe you. Popular objections. We've all heard it. Cost. Oh man, that's way too expensive. Let me address that in one simple way. Well, yes, I can understand that you think that this is expensive. However, do you realize when you're getting a challenge pack, you're actually getting an amazing deal on the exercise portion and your nutrition? Because this exercise, it comes with a nutrition guide. It comes with, you know, it comes with Shakeology. It comes with the nutrition. It comes with the group. It comes with me as a coach. You're getting this amazing bundle for actually lower than it retails individually. And people are going to say, well, I don't need Shakeology in my life. Okay, this takes us down to number 3. I'm not a shake person. Okay, well, are you a vitamin person? Are you someone who values your health? Are you looking to better your health? Because if so, then you are in fact a shake person. And going back to number 1 in cost is that people don't think that $130 is doable to add to their budget. Trust me, $130 is not doable for me to add to my budget a month either. But that's the beauty of this, because you are not adding to their budget. You are replacing what they're eating with Shakeology, okay? And you can say this: how many times a week do you go to Starbucks? Just gonna keep it real with you. How many times a week do you go to Starbucks? I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I go to Starbucks every single day, okay? And sometimes I spend over $8 each time I go to Starbucks. It is ridiculous. I get an Americano. I don't put any sugar in it. I put skim milk, like a dollop. It doesn't even change the color of the Americano. It's just for my psyche. But my point is that I'm spending a ridiculous amount of money on coffee, espresso, and water. It's not doing anything for my nutrition. It's just a fix I have that I need to do. But you can tell someone, however many times you go to Starbucks, however many times you spend money on fast food, even if you go out to eat in the morning, if you grab something to eat, all of that costs money. If you're having your shake in place of that, that's taking away from what you're spending on that meal. So you can tell them, yes, it looks like this. You're going to think you have sticker shock, but really you're replacing your budget. You're not adding to it. So you can assure them of that. People are going to say, I don't have the time. Well, time is a very sensitive subject for me. And when I was 100 pounds overweight and I really, really, really didn't think I had the time to do this, that was one of my big hangups with this. I don't have the time. I go to work, I commute an hour and a half to work and back. I have all of this crazy stuff to do at home. I have 2 young kids. My husband works at night. He's a police officer. There was no way that I could fit that in. Well, that's the beauty of a lot of these programs. All you need is 30 minutes. Can you get up 30 minutes before you normally would? Can you stay up 30 minutes later at night? 30 minutes, that is it. That's how you can debunk that one. And I've already told you I'm not a shake person. People will say I'm not a shake person. Okay, if someone gags on smoothies, if people can't do crushed up ice and stuff, okay, maybe they really aren't a shake person. And that would be a different day, a different conversation. But most people are going to say I'm not a shake person because they're just uneducated. They just don't understand what Shakeology has to offer. And that's when we come in as coaches to tell them all of the benefits. And the beauty of this is that we are a product of the product. And that we can tell them specifically and personable, we can be personable with them and tell them what Shakeology has done for our lives. You know, you can say the popular, well, I don't know about that, but Shakeology has given me so much energy to actually push even harder and do not just 30 minutes of exercise a day, but more. Shakeology has kept me from napping. Shakeology has kept me from going to bed at 8:30 when I normally go to bed. Shakeology has improved my hair, my nails. It has improved my depression, and so on and so on. That is where you guys, as a product of the product, comes in. Now, when someone is interested and they say, okay, now you've made a challenge group, whether they have shown interest because they've RSVP'd to your event that you're having. Maybe they've reached out to you. Maybe you've reached out to them and they say, yeah, I'm thinking about that. Okay, I want you to listen to them. And I want you to really hear why it is they're interested in this. And I want you to assure them that this program that you're offering to them, whatever it is that's going to suit them, whether it's 21 Day Fix or Size or Body Beast or whatever, I want you to touch their life, it's important that you listen to them and that you're personable and you're friendly and warm with them, because you need to understand what it is that makes them tick and why you're going to be able to help them, that this group is going to help them, that this group is going to better their lives. This isn't just about losing weight. This isn't, this is about something deeper. And that when people sign up for that, you have to know exactly what that is. So it's very, very important for you to listen to them, because that's going to come into play later if they go ghost on you. Okay? So you need to listen. And like I said, talk to them about their life in general. Be friendly and warm. Don't just talk to them as a coach. Don't just talk to them about Success Club points in your head. Oh, I need to get those 2 Success Club points. Oh, I need to get Team Cup points for my team. Oh, I'm in the red. I need to step it up. Talk to them as a person, because I want you to know that these people may not just be potential customers. These people could be amazing coaches. You want to know them. You want to really feel what's going on with them, because when you are that with people, that goes way further than just 2 Success Club points. Okay? Setting up an order. When someone says that they're ready to go ahead and set up an order, okay, so many of us, me included, are like, yes, I've got 2 more points in the bag. Yes, this is before they even click that they've gone ahead and ordered. And they're ready to order, and you start it on the mobile app. I want you to say to them, okay, I've set up your order. They're like, yes, they're excited. You need to keep that excitement going, and you need to say, I'm sorry, this is what I would recommend you say. Okay, I've set your order up. When would be a good time for you to complete it? You want to give them a call to action, which is completing it, and you want to give them a time, a deadline as to when that they should complete it, because you want to hold them accountable, because people will be really stoked in the moment, and then they will trail off. Something will happen. Maybe they'll talk to their spouse. Maybe they will, somebody will discourage them. Maybe maybe just their own psyche says they can't do it. And so they will trail off. You think you have an order in the bag because you've sent them the mobile link, and then you don't hear from them. So I would encourage you to say, okay, I set up this order. Tell me when you can complete it. Okay? When they tell you when they can complete it, then I want you to ask them, okay, great. So you're going to be able to complete this tomorrow morning. Wonderful. How about I reach out to you tomorrow afternoon and just ask you to make sure that you've gotten it all set. And they'll say, okay. Well, if tomorrow morning comes around and they haven't done it, and tomorrow afternoon comes around, you have to follow through with what you've told them to follow through with. Now you reach out to them and you say, hey, just following up. Notice that you hadn't placed your order. What can I do to help you get things done? I'm sure you're really busy, whatnot. And then see what they say from there. Okay, this has happened so many times. This is happening to me currently. I have probably like 6 orders right now just kind of sitting there. So you set up an order. They still haven't followed through. Now what? This is where it's very important for you to have all of the basics lined up ahead of time. If you have the basics lined up and you have a group set up that these people have verbally committed to, if you have already a deadline that you've set up that's in your event or that you've told people or that you've marketed, then you have that to go back to, okay? So you can go back to them. I would give it a day or 2, and then you go back to them and say, hey, just wanted to reach out again. I noticed you hadn't placed your order yet. Just wanted to let you know the group is starting on X date, and you must order by such and such date. Let me know how I can help you to go ahead and get that set up, okay? You want to be concise, but again, you want to give them another call to action. Another thing that you can offer them in order to help them along. So say someone isn't just gone ghost, But say that they said that they were going to do it. You reach out to them and you're like, hey, I noticed you didn't place your order. Just wanted to check in and see, when we can set that up. And then they come back to you and they say, well, you know what? I've been thinking about this and I don't know if I have the time to do this. That's when you go back to the objections. Okay, well, this is also when you go back to when you were listening to them and you were listening to them tell you why they even wanted to do this in the first place. And then you have to talk them through it, okay? We're not here to set someone's mind to it, because I assure you, you don't want to trick anybody into purchasing a challenge pack or getting involved in your group, because you don't want someone to have a bad experience because they're just not ready, okay? You want someone to be ready, but all you do is you tell them, okay, well, you remind them what they said to you. That's not only going to remind them what's important to them, that's going to really speak to them, because that's going to say you were listening to them. You were really hearing them when they were coming out with something probably that was very vulnerable, something that was very intimate for them to share with you. And you can say, listen, I get it. You're a mom, you commute crazy distances to a busy job. I get it. So do I. And you know what? That was a really, really, really hard thing for me to do in the beginning as well. Do you know that I didn't commit to this for over a year, but when I did, I was so very happy with myself that I did. Sometimes it just takes that initial step and getting over that hump for you to know that you really can do it. You really do have the time. It just has to be something that you're willing to do. Are you willing to do that? Are you ready to do that now? And then you have to listen to them and you have to talk to them and see if it's going to work for them in their life. Things you can offer them are incentives. If they're just wavering back and forth because they just don't know if they're ready, maybe they haven't given you any real objections, which is sometimes the hardest thing to deal with, is somebody that goes ghost or doesn't really know, and you're just kind of like, okay, well, how do I deal with this? So someone isn't responding, or someone says, I don't know, I haven't really thought of it, or I really haven't considered it yet. I haven't really, made up my mind I'm going to do it. Some things that you can tell people are, especially in the cost department. Well, I know you're worried about the investment that goes into it, but I want to assure you that there is a full money back guarantee. You can join my group for 30 days. If you are not happy with your products, your workout program, your shakes, if you're not happy with my group, do you know you will get 100% of your money back just by sending it back? Simple as that. That might be enough for people to say, all right, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a try. If I know that I can get my money back, if I'm not happy with it, then let's go ahead and give it a try. Another incentive you can offer is gift cards. So, some people, I've seen some coaches do this, and I've done it as well. If you're getting towards the end of the month and you're really trying to get Success Club, you can post something, hey, I've got this challenge group going on, and I'm offering a gift card for every veteran that signs up in this month. Or I'm going to, every person that purchased the challenge pack before X date, I'm going to enter them into a drawing, and I'm going to be giving a gift card out to them. So you can make it fun like that. You can say, post a picture of goodie bags that you've put together. Do you have extra E&E? Do you have extra P90X bars? Do you have extra anything, laying around? We all have extra Beachbody stuff. Whether or not you want to give it away, though, I don't know. So, post pictures and make it fun and say, first, however many people that join my group get these fun, exciting items, okay? You can offer one-on-one meetups with them. Because I got a certified to teach Insanity, when I reach out to people in my groups, I have offered, we would get together as a group and I will teach a class to them. And so you can also offer prizes, and you can say, offer incentives. Like, this challenge group is not only going to be fun, it's not only going to be, have all these tips and tricks and recipes and everything. We're going to be giving out prizes. And who doesn't love free stuff? Okay, so that's some other stuff, that incentives that you can give. And remember, this is your business. You can get creative with it. However you feel that you can offer discounts to people. The company doesn't have to offer it. You can take it out of your pocket and give it to people within reason, as long as you're following Beachbody's policies. Be yourself. That's the beauty of this business, is that you get to be yourself. And the more that you are yourself, the more that you will find. People will want to find you. They will want to come after you. They will want to be your customer, because something about you speaks to them in their life and their vulnerabilities and the things that they are going through. So don't try and be anybody else. Don't try and be any other top coach. Be yourself, because everyone out there will gravitate towards someone, and there are people out there that will gravitate just to you. Remember, if someone doesn't commit now, it doesn't mean that they won't commit. It just means that right now is not the right time for them. So don't be overly pushy. Don't take it personal. Do not take it personal if someone says, maybe they don't even say it. Maybe they just stop responding. We've all dealt with that. That's okay. Just be yourself. Be there for them. Reach out to them later, not about Beachbody, not about a challenge pack. Just check in on them. See how they're doing. It doesn't have to just be about these Success Club points or selling challenge packs. The more you are yourself, the more that you are personable with people, the more they will want to be your customer and they will want to be in your groups. Like I said, be compassionate and more about helping people than it is about Success Club points, because you just never know where it's going to go from there. And I will tell you that I wanted to do a Beachbody program for 1 year. 1 year, I turned 3 coaches down, okay? I was that difficult customer that took a really, really, really long time to decide that this was ready for me. But when I was ready, and I jumped headfirst in, and here I am as a coach, and it's just worked out that way. So don't ever give up on anyone. Remember, every single person matters, and it really, really, really does behoove you to be you. So I am going to go ahead. Oh, wait. Let's see. And take you guys off of mute. You know what? I have given you guys can control it if you want to go ahead and if you want to ask me any questions, you can take yourself off of mute and ask me any questions, maybe specifically of what you're going through. Okay, let's see. Karen says, I've not heard of setting up an order. I send them my link and we discuss what they will order. Oh, and they will go ahead and order. How are you setting up an order? Karen, there's a mobile link that you can set up. This is the best way to do it. If you are giving them the reins by sending them a link, I personally, yes, I will. I personally would stop sending links myself, because when you do that, you put too much of the ball in their court and they'll forget. It's not that they don't want to be involved. Just remember, this is not high priority to them, especially someone who's starting a program. So I would set it up in the mobile link. If you don't know how to do that, you can either message me after this. I'll tell you. It's very simple. You set it up. You need their email address and the flavor of Shakeology. You can set up a challenge pack order that way, or you can set up even just an HD order that way as well. You can also sign up somebody as a coach. So I would recommend doing that. Anybody else? Questions? Amy, you messaged me, but I was in the middle of getting ready for the call. You had asked me about cost. Did I answer your question about that? Yeah? Wait.
Stephanie, I do have a couple of questions I wrote down, and maybe some other people have the same questions.
Sure.
First of all, do you run just one challenge group a month?
So I normally run 2 challenge groups a month.
And they're closed-ended?
They're closed-ended.
Okay, so that kind of answered my question, but people who don't have the volume you do, when you start inviting early on in the month and you say my challenge group starts August 24th,
Mm-hmm.
how do you get that sense of urgency? Or do you just have one challenge group and 2 different start dates?
So I put a theme to every challenge group I have. I make it individual. I have a friend of mine that does a kind of rolling challenge group through the month where people like come and go. I find that would be very hard for me to manage people. I like to get them in, start day 1, everybody at the same time, and then end at the same. Whether or not we keep that group going because someone is interested, because they're so like fired up, I will keep a group open. But when we start, it always has an end date. So I always have themed groups. And I do that specifically so that I can separate them from another group that I'm running. So if you've seen on my Facebook page, I've done one like Slim Down for Summer. I did one Spring into Shape back in April. This Biggest Loser contest I'm doing, that's on the 24th. My other one was 21 Days Summer Fitness Challenge, and that one's just kind of rolled and kept going because the people in there, were doing so well. So if anybody now purchases a 21-day fix program, I'll put them in there just because 21 days is so fast that they'll eventually pick up to join at some point. I'm doing right now a 30-day clean eating challenge for people that are specific to that. And, that's kind of more generic for people to buy any kind of program and start that. I don't tend to want to do them specifically for a program because that's too hard to get a bunch of people interested, except 21 Day Fix because it's so popular.
So do you roll people into maybe the next group if they don't end up becoming coaches after they've completed their program?
So I do. I let any one of my customers join any one of my groups following their group, just as long as they are active and continuing their Shakeology and going to participate in the group. If they're not going to participate in the group and they're kind of flies on the wall, then I'll reach out to them and say, are you doing all right? Like, how can I help you? If now is not the time, then that's fine. But normally they'll come to me. So I don't do 2 events a month. I will do 2 groups, but I don't do 2 events a month. And the reason I do that is because I don't like to bombard my Facebook followers. And I'm not going to I'm not the type of person that I'm going to invite all of my friends list to the Biggest Loser and all of my friends list to this and all of my friends list to the Coach BizOp call and all of my friends, because I don't want people to become desensitized to what I'm doing.
Right.
I want them to say, ooh, that group that she's doing, that themed group, that speaks to me. If I haven't done a group with her up until now, that's the one I want to get involved in.
Okay, and then here's my other question, and I know that some of y'all on the call must have this question. You talked about when you talk to people and you remember their why, and you remind them of their why and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. How do you keep all that straight? I know all coaches have different ways, but I'm like looking at inviting 300 plus people a week right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you keep all that straight. How do you do it?
So I'm very old school. I have everything on pad and paper. I literally have an old school notebook, okay, that I go through. And yeah, I am just a sucker for writing everything down. It's something about, yes, I have spreadsheets and stuff for my established customers. And yes, I do things that way. But when I'm talking with people, immediately when I'm inviting people, they go down, just their names go down. If I have a conversation with people, I specifically take notes. And when someone says that they're interested, they go into a special place on my phone because my phone is the only thing that I carry around with me everywhere. So it goes into a special app on my phone, and I will jot down their name, and I will jot down pretty much their why. If I haven't remembered it, I am very good at talking with people and listening to people and hearing them out. And so I remember all of that stuff. But as I too am getting to a place where I'm like inviting all these people and, you know, I forget, not necessarily will I forget if I'm talking to someone again, but sometimes if I'm overwhelmed, I'll forget that I even invited that person. I'm like, oh yeah, I should follow up with them, you know? So yeah, it all goes into like, they don't go into my phone until they've shown interest. And that's when I go in. It's like, I have like a specific list that says potential August challenge pack sales. If they're interested in just a program, if they're interested in blah, 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 they don't go into that. That is specifically for interested in challenge pack sales for my groups. So it dwindles them down so I don't have to remember them in this big, huge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else? Questions? No? Wait, let's see. Chat.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yep.
I was wondering, and I did miss part of the call, but I was wondering, the bulk of the people that you have successfully invited and either, you know, sold challenge packs to or have, who have signed up as a coach, where are those people coming from in your life? Where do you find most of your successful traffic from?
Well, so I am moving my business every day in every possible way that I can. And I am very active on my like page. I make a point to post on my like page, my fitness page, at least 3 times a day. I post on my own personal page. I go to my friends and ask them to share my fit page. I have boosted some posts, which I don't do as often as, you know, people can. I'm just constantly moving that, and that's to open up your market to, you know, your cold followers, as you will, because yes, the reason I made Success Club 48 in February was because, well, I reached out to every single person I knew and was like, you should do this, you know, and they did. And so, okay, bam, I got, you know, Success Club 48. But as you get into your cold market, it gets a little bit more difficult. So, you know, I try and be on my fitness page. I try and do a lot of posts that are, you know, going to really get a lot of reaches, that are just organic. So that are just about me, that are just about me as a mom, that are just about, you know, things that I've struggled with, that a lot of people will have struggled with. And I've gotten a lot of people reach out to me about that. So I will send friend requests to people that if I notice that they're liking a lot of my stuff on my fit page, then I'll send them friend requests and just start to get to know them just personally. And so that they'll then just start to see like my personal posts. So really, I can't say like one specific thing that I do. I'm just always moving it in every different direction constantly. Okay. So, you know, it's not just about posting. I would encourage you guys to, you know, just in the beginning, it was hard for me. I remember saying, I'm going to create this fit page because I don't want to bombard my friends. I don't want to annoy my friends. I'm sure this sounds familiar for all of you. I have some coaches that have said the same thing. But that was because I was so afraid of what people would think of me, which was silly, because even before I signed up as a coach, I would be posting about doing my workouts and everything, not thinking. Deb has said this in the group as well. But remember, when you guys believe in something, you post about it anyway. I will rep the Ninja blender for life, okay? I get no commissions off of that Ninja sale, okay? But when you believe in something, you will do it. And Beachbody has just become such a part of my life that I don't just wear wear and share because, you know, I'm trying to get a customer out of it. It really is probably a lot of the stuff I am now. So just be you. And when it fits into your life, it will be you. I mean, it will just work that way. Okay. Nicole said, wait, did I answer your question? I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Let's see. Nicole says, what if they don't buy Starbucks or similar as far as cost? What do you really go with that? Okay. Okay. So if someone says to me that they want to do the program and that they really don't have a lot of money, I'll tell you about somebody that did this today. Remember, this is what I was talking about, that it was your business. And if someone says, okay, I can't do it, then what about saying to them, well, have you ever considered, would you be willing enough to share your journey when you do this? You have to remember listening to them and their why, but you could say, you know, would you be willing to share with your journey? How about I work with you to make your money back that you spend on this? And you know, if it's not the right time for them, then that's fine too. Remember, this isn't about the sale. It's not about the sale right this second. This is about helping the person. So how about saying to them, and I have a coach on my team, which I'm not sure if she's on this call or not, but she and I had one-on-one. She and I actually met off of my Fit page. She's a single mom, and she and I talked, and I was very open with her as well. And I said, if you want to try this program, what about signing up as a coach? You know, and look, there's no obligation to stay a coach, but what up, you know, signing up as a coach will bring you this extra accountability to your health and also give you the ability to maybe make some money back. So you could offer them that, or you could say to them, how about, could you set aside $10 or $20 a month right now, if this is important to you, and when you're ready, whenever you've saved up this money, then you can come talk to me and I'll put you in a group. So if it's really something that someone wants to do, you know, work with them and help them out in that way. And this is what I mean about it being your business and offering them incentives to make it work for them. Yes. Yeah. And, you know, I do the same. You know, when someone says again, you know, that they can't drink Shakeology, or they can't do this, or they can't, you know, and I'll talk to them, and we'll talk about superfoods, and we'll talk about, you know, how much everything costs, and, you know, but to them, if they don't understand the value of superfoods, they're not going to buy Shakeology. You have to sell, excuse me, you have to sell, you know, the end product. One of the best things that Trina Gray, she spoke at our Super Saturday back in April. She said, don't sell to someone what they're about to go through. Don't sell to someone how hard this is going to be. Sell to them the end product. Sell to them whatever it is in their why that they're looking for. If it is to be in a bikini on the beach, sell them that. If it is having money and being able to pay off an extra bill, sell them that and ask them and invite them into the coaching community. If it is to be a better mom to their children and have more energy and less depression and not be as stressed out, sell them that picture. Because I guarantee you, if they know that that's a possibility, they're going to put this as a higher priority. Anybody else? No? Okay. Then I am going to conclude this call. You guys, if you have any questions, please, by all means, if you're not friends with me, please send me a friend request. I know I was so blessed and so excited to meet so many of you guys at Summit, and I hope that you all will be there next year. But I'm going to post the recording in the group. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message and ask me. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I know that we're going to be hosting calls every Sunday. So if you have any questions, like I said, give me a shout. Okay? All right. I am going to